Alright, what's up? It's Tuesday, the 13th of September. And I'm back. I'm gonna do a little streaming here, check out the markets. And I'm just gonna do a quick sound test here, as I usually do. So let's just do that real quick. All right, I think the sound's fine. It's gonna be interesting to see if the stream's gonna hold up today. I was going to I was thinking about maybe trying to get my Ninja Trader fixed on this computer here, and stop using TradingView, just because I think Ninja Trader, the charts on the Ninja Trader could be faster. This is seriously lacking. TradingView or the browser, probably have to do with the internet, and yeah, because it's a browser. What's the word? It's a browser browser setup. I don't know if that's the technical word for it, but so first things first, I want to tell you about the trades I've taken this week. So I've taken 2 trades. I'm currently involved in one of them. I took this short here on the dollar CAD here. You can see the entry better on the 1 hour. We are here on the 4 hour. I did move my stops to break even here. So when I woke up this morning, the market had moved against me, and I was stopped out for break even on the dollar CAD. Doesn't mean that I'm not interested in still shorting this. We're forming like a double top here, so depending on where you take your fibs from, if you take your fibs from right over here, this would not be considered a double top, or not, at least for me. Right here, I would take it. We could also take it from here. Then we consider this a double top here. So just because we don't touch the 38.2, and yeah, so I'm still interested in shorting this. Here you can see it a little better. I mean, we are getting over, or we are overbought here. So this candle here, just a big push to the upside. Nothing really that is telling me to short it like I did right here. Here you can see the pin bar. Obviously I wanted to go over, so I could have gone over this guy right here with my stops, but since this high is so close to this high right here, I decided to play it safe and set my stops above this previous high right here, or the second to the second to the first previous high. I just think it's a better stop placement. So I did place my stops here at 31.68, something like that. I touched the 38 here. I measured the to get my targets in. I measured it from here to here. I touched the 38, so I moved my stops to break even. And as you can see, just hit the my entry hit there. So the reason for why I moved my stops to break even is pretty simple. It's this green box here. It's this support on, if you look left here, here's all the support, and we could extend this line here to some bit. But looking left, there is quite a bit of support, so I knew that that moving the stops to break even was probably the smart thing to do. Obviously, we could have just dropped here, but we didn't. We went exactly to this green support zone, and then we are currently heading up. Yeah. So I wanted to. There are a few factors in here on this dollar CAD here. There's a trend line there. Let's see if we can draw this BH in. So as you can see, the dollar CAD has kind of been all over the place. We haven't really gotten any clear direction for the last 3-4 months here, but there is a trend line here. We are getting to the third touch, and we could draw it in multiple ways. So if we do something like this, boom, we're getting the touches we need here. We can't really extend it to this guy right here. All well, we may we can draw it in like this as well. Doesn't matter. So this is an interesting shorting opportunity. I do think that this target placement here, I was kind of stretching it just to get my risk to reward here. The 2-to-1. I mean, the 618 here is, you can see that's the structure is the bottom of the structure I just showed you here, the support. The reason there's structural resistance here is because this is an old drawing where I was talking about this ABCD into structure resistance. So this is now, and when we break through the resistance, this becomes structure support. So let's just get rid of that so no one will be confused. So, I mean, now it's just a matter of finding the entry to the on dollar CAD here. Interesting is the counterpart, if you will, to dollar CAD which will be the euro dollar here. They tend to move opposite. So the euro dollar is now at an interesting level. You can see these three lines here. I thought I erased that, but you can see that the white, the red, the green. I'm actually gonna draw in a box here. Like so. And let's just get rid of these lines. Remove. One gone. So we shall remove the second. Two gone. And we shall remove the third. Three gone. So we are at an interesting level. As you can see, the euro, we're on the 4-hour chart right now, so you can see that the euro has been since here's the open on Sunday, and we have just been drifting sideways here. The market is making up its mind on which way to go. So opportunities both ways here on the euro. If we decide to break to the upside here, there will be a shorting opportunity. We can draw in a trend line here. Can we? Like so. You can see that we're hitting these points. Boom, 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 and boom. And now if we decide to push higher, we could be in for a drop. And then of course, if we decide to push any lower, there will be a buying opportunity here as well. So right now we're trying to push a little higher. You can see that the formation of the candles here, you can see that big the wicks are standing out here. We have big wicks standing out, so I won't be surprised if we drop here. But there are wicks here to the downside as well. So the wicks are telling us a story. Just remember that right now the story is battle between the bears and the bulls. There is a battle going on, so we'll see who wins. Placing a trade now on the euro dollar, I would think that would be a gambling move, since we have since we clearly have conflict on both sides. So we'll see what happens here, if we're gonna push any higher and form a doji here. We'll see what happens, and probably dollar CAD's gonna follow in the opposite direction of what the euro is doing. So we're pushing higher here now on the euro, so let's see what the dollar CAD is doing. Probably pushing lower. Let's see. Yeah, we've gone up and now we're pushing lower here, forming this not quite a pin bar just yet, but we'll see what happens here. On these pairs. Usually I have the correlation chart here. Let's find it. It's gotten pretty hard to find. I try to Google it. Under heat map. Set the currency correlation. Let's see if this is the one. Yeah, alright. So it's just, if you want to Google it, it's just a Google search on the heat map and then the correlation. So we're talking about dollar CAD here, and you can see that euro dollar. Alright, it's not giving us a clear reading right now. So we're not getting the clear correlation here, or the opposite correlation. But we're starting to form this pin bar, and I do like the candle formation here on the pin bar. I wouldn't say that we've gotten the. I would not say that we have gotten the divergence. So we don't really have any divergence here. We're gonna need a stronger push to the upside here. There are 46 minutes left of this candle. So I mean, if we're gonna get a strong push and then a strong push to the downside, we're gonna get probably gonna get the divergence on the RSI. So the next few hours could be an opportunity to short the dollar CAD. I'm gonna be watching out for that. Seems like the stream has. So you can see the quality of the stream on YouTube, not very good. It's a lot better on Twitch. That's probably why Twitch is kind of being a dick. Kind of being a dick on the stream. Kind of buffering, and I do know that I can change the quality here, can I? So if you want to change the quality here, just go to settings. If you go to 720, we're probably going to be buffering. So for future reference, Sunday the 11th, no, this should be, why did my title weird. Anyway, let's keep on moving through the market. So we covered the euro dollar. I don't really have an opinion on the euro dollar. I think we're waiting for. I want to see a clear direction here. Before doing anything on the euro. The pound dollar, interesting pound dollar. We did cash out from pound dollar some pips last week. This is how I'm drawing in my chart on pound dollar. I gotta say, I was complaining a few weeks back about if you have two computers and you have your account on TradingView and if you draw something sorry, if you draw something on your other computer on your charts, I was complaining that it didn't show up when you connect it to your other computer, right? Does that make sense? Now TradingView has something has changed. So I drew this on my other computer and obviously the drawings held, which is pretty cool. So now I can draw stuff into my other computer. What the is this? Draw stuff onto my other computer, and it's gonna hold up here on this computer, which is pretty cool, because I pretty much use the laptop when I'm doing stuff like that. I like to draw, just sit. As you can see here, I don't really have a comfy chair or anything. It's just a hard, so I don't really use this station for anything other than streaming. So I like to chill out when I'm doing stuff. So anyway, this is the entry I got last week. We did cash out here on the pound. We didn't complete to our targets just because I closed the position before the weekend. So we got stopped out. I managed it on Friday. I started to manage the position on Friday, so I got stopped out, which is fine. So an opportunity. There are opportunities here on the pound dollar. A few opportunities. We have the bat pattern here. We have the cipher pattern here. Below that, the problem is that, of course, there's a few. I mean, we are on a 4-hour chart, and each candle is 4 hours. So this is probably not gonna. If this is gonna finish this week, it's gonna be late this week, and the same is for the cipher. We have a smaller pattern here, I think, as well. So we can draw it in like this. We're gonna get another bat pattern here to the upside. So if we're gonna turn here on a dime, we are going to get another bat pattern, and this is getting pretty clustered. Boom, 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 boom. This would be a nice shorting opportunity. This bat pattern right here. I'm gonna change the color. Alright, so bat pattern. So we have a lot of things on the pound. I may need to change this a bit. Change it a bit more. Let's make background pop. Or not. Maybe that's better. Nope. We may need to change the color here. Alright. Here we see it. Alright, so I mean this could be a 1 hour pattern here. Check out the 1 hour. Yeah, this could be a 1 hour pattern. So we'll wait and see what happens here. But there are opportunities everywhere on pound, except for right now. I'm not gonna do anything on the pound here. I'm gonna be patient on the pound dollar. Wait for my opportunities. But if you put a gun to my head, I would think that we were heading lower on the pound. If I were a gambling man, like some, I would gamble that we're gonna continue lower here. So dollar yen, I have a, wasn't it on the dollar? Yep. So dollar yen, I have a trade on dollar yen here. You can see we're pretty close to targets. This is a 1 hour cipher. So this is something I posted onto TradingView yesterday. So if you got involved, that's pretty cool. I have moved my stops to break even. This is a nice. What's the word for it? It's a nice pattern. You can see we hit the entry here, got the one doji, and then we've continued up higher. I'm not going to be too concerned. You can see this brown line here. We kind of respected the brown line here for a few hours, so there is some respect here. When we broke through, and you can see the power of the candle here, so it took a lot to break through this resistance here, this brown line. So if we are going to drop here, I mean, I'm not going to be that concerned. I think this is going to be a pretty nice support, and then we're going to continue higher to our targets. I'm just watching the quality here on. All right, there we go. All right, so it seems that the internet, I mean, it's fluctuating quite a bit. So we get the highs and then we get the lows. It's probably the CPU and something combined. So I'm not happy with it at all. But I think it's the best I can do with the surroundings I have. So I have to be patient. And you as well, if you're watching the stream. I mean, if you can't watch the stream, or if you're not watching the stream, you can always watch it on YouTube, the live, not the live, the video of the stream. So yeah, that's the dollar yen. I think it's we can also just push through. We're almost at the how many pips we got left here? 2 targets. Let's see. So it's about 20 pips to target. So hopefully you can get a 20 pip push here, which I think it's quite possible. But if not, I think we're pretty solid here on the support 7913. But yeah, I am at break even here, so we are in a risk-free trade. So both these trades are have been risk-free. The dollar CAD and this dollar yen trade. So let's continue. We'll see what happens on the dollar yen. Pound yen. we are respecting the support here. As you can see, drawing a small box here. I think it's better to if you don't get a straight line. As you can see right here, here are some candles that go into the box. That's why I draw in a box instead of just a straight line. Because if I draw a straight line, this guy right here would have penetrated my line, and so we're respecting the support here. I think we can. There are some opportunities here. No, we'll go lower, drop lower here. So yeah, that's not a pattern. I mean, you can get a nice risk to reward on this if we can get into the green zone here, and we might get oversold. We might get a push and a pin bar here. We haven't really gotten that anywhere. We're just hitting the green and then going up and hitting and going up and hitting and going up and hitting. Strong move up here. We're probably going to be hitting again or continuing higher. So I'm sorry guys, I'm watching the other computer or the stream on the other computer, and it's buffering and it's driving me crazy. So I'm just not gonna watch it because let's check out. Maybe the internet on this computer is better. Check out if you can get the stream here on Twitch on this computer. Ooh, the frames are dropping. This is not. I may need to change this whole live thing into just a video. Never share the channel you're watching with friends. Discover the channel. Yeah, new. Share. Not never. So alright, Tuesday 30th of September. Let's keep on grinding. Let's do that. Let's keep on grinding through the week. There are a lot of opportunities here. We have on the 4 hour here. I can do it. I can show you this quite quickly. Both on the it seems that everything has stopped because I'm trying to open up the Twitch here. So we're probably just going to be buffering here. Alright, watching myself, watching the grind, watching This is gonna be it's a weird thing to watch. Alright, just a little sidetrack here. I just want to show if this was holding up here. So back to the charts, we're talking about pound yen. We might have a buying opportunity here, like I said. Let's mute this. And if TradingView allows me to move the cursor here, that would be great. So now we are lagging. It's probably because I have these windows up. This is super slow. So I'm gonna turn off the Twitch here. I'm actually gonna turn off the YouTube here as well. Hopefully we can get some speed into it by getting rid of that. Yep, we actually did. So I want to show you guys a Gartley pattern here. Gartley pattern. Like so. Boom, boom. Boom. X to A. A to B. B to C. And a CD completion up in here. Where's that? 27. Boom. So a Gartley pattern here on the, I would probably I guess you could take it on the 1 hour here. I would actually prefer, or actually I'm gonna shrink this down here. I would actually prefer the bad pattern here, which we get. So I'm personally not taking this Gartley pattern. There are a lot of patterns in the market right now, or a lot of potential patterns, I might say. So I would say this is clearly a 4 hour pattern here. I think we're kind of stretching it with the Gartley here on the 1 hour. Yeah, I need to check out where. So I'm getting rid of some of these fibs so I can see what I'm doing here. So background blue, let's make it blue. Alright, and let's make so we can see both. And I wanted to get the decompletion point here. Alright, so here's the decompletion. Just above the Gartley. So I will be I will be trading the bat pattern here if we come to that. If we get the push to the upside, so we can so this is what I would call a justified aggressive C buy here. We've determined that we have a level here which has proven to us to be holding, and of course if we look left there are some other points as well. I would see if we could get all right. So the docs just came in. So I would see if we could get some signal here in here before. What's up? Before doing anything on the pound yen here, but definitely a possibility here, and then the bat pattern 4 hour. Let's check out the 4 hour. My doc actually, which was, what's up? She didn't get hit by a car. She ran into a car, a moving car. So they just, if this is the car and this is the dog, they were just, the car was driving and the dog was chasing a cat and ran into the side of. She ran into the car. So I'm just watching her now, seeing if everything's is okay or not. I mean, she just bounced up after colliding with the car. So that's what's up on the pound yen here. We'll see what happens here on the pound yen. Euro yen, Gartley pattern on the euro yen, which is kind of interesting. If you look left here, this is the conjunction. This is I posted this on TradingView earlier today. So I would be interested in going long here once more. You can see that there's definitely some support here if we can drop lower. That's pretty much all I have to say about the pound yen, the euro yen. So there is some trend line action here. If you took this is drawn on the daily chart. So you can see right here we did not come to the trend line, not quite right here, not quite right here or here either. So but I'm definitely interested in a long here. So we'll see what happens. What happens on that. New Zealand dollar, US dollar took profit on Friday. Nice profit there. We're getting. I told you guys about the conflict that could happen around this area. That's just by looking left and seeing the support here, and that's exactly what's happening. I wouldn't consider this a double bottom. So we might just be heading lower here. Nothing that's interesting to me though. I want to see what happens here first. Of course, this could be just a retest here, and then we head higher, or we can break through. I want to see what happens in the next 4 or 8 hours around this area. if we're gonna test again and get rejected, this might be a buying opportunity. But we'll see. If we're closing below, then we're probably gonna continue lower. So dollar CAD, we've talked about dollar CAD. And here's the push to the upside. So how many? 17 minutes left of this candle, so we're probably gonna be closing above, unless in the next 15 minutes we're gonna be rejecting this push, which could happen. We do have the structure right here, so it's gonna be some struggle. So next 15 minutes, I'm gonna be watching this. This is gonna be interesting. This is what I was talking about. If we can get the push and the rejection, then we have the divergence here. And if this is gonna be rejected here in the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna be shorting this once more. So we'll wait and see what happens here. It's gonna have to be quite the rejection though. This is a big push to the upside. Check out the 1 hour here. 12:45. Did we? I want to see if we Forex Factory. Did some news come out on New Zealand dollar? I'm sorry, the dollar CAD. Am I missing something today? Nope. About 45. So yeah, I will definitely be watching this. But this is kind of what I was afraid of when I moved my stops. So kudos on me for moving the stops. But you can see here that my stops are still holding though. Or the stops I put in. You can see we're getting extremely overbought here on the 1 hour. We're at, can't even see it. We're at 90 maybe. We're at 90, which is pretty high. So 13 minutes. I want to see a massive rejection here. That would be awesome. Let's check out Aussie CAD here while we. So here's Aussie CAD. There's a cipher in here, which, as you can see right here, let me just show you guys. Cipher. Here was the cipher. Looks something like this. I know it's not accurate. So here's the cipher pattern. I entered, and here's my stop, and you can see I got stopped out by a pip. which was pretty annoying. And I mean, I would have, could have. But we're on our way here to complete the targets on this cipher pattern. So we might. Hvað segist?
Þú veist, hún eitthvað skrítin sko.
Ég að klára hana, ég búinn eftir 2 mínútur. Oh, we don't get it. So my girlfriend just came in and told me that she thinks the dog is acting a little weird. So I'm gonna go check that out. I'll keep you posted on what I'm gonna do. The only thing that's kind of interesting now, or which is in the near future, is this dollar cat, and it doesn't seem to be getting the rejections. Still 10 minutes. I will be watching out for any kind of rejection here, and then I'll be entering short. I'll keep you guys posted, but right now, and this is not the whiny dog here, is not the dog that got injured, it's just a small dog that wants to get onto my lap. So I'll be back on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching the video on YouTube if you're doing that. So Thursday around 11 London time, I believe. So I'll see you then.